Hello, regular listeners, viewers, and Patreons as well. If you've given us money, congratulations on getting this episode early. Also, sorry that it's still a bit late. It's still coming out on Monday, so, we met your demands, but later on in the day because, we get into it. I was ill. I had a very serious illness that takes down all the mightiest of men. And as a walking Adonis, I am not immune to the illnesses of mortal men, especially the stronger ones. So we get to that. We also talk, we say some horrible, it's me and Cullen again. And I just, don't get me wrong, I think we've got great rapport with each other. I think we bounce off each other very, very well. And I think it's, because we live together and we're both stoners and stuff, but we are horrible people and we just like saying awful things. And it's very different when there's a camera on you, microphone's recording, and you're like, oh, it's fine when you're playing FIFA and you're saying awful shit like this, just to make each other laugh and just for the reaction. But to actually put it out there, you know what? I guess it's art. I guess that's the point of podcasting. But part of me always feels guilty of being like, am I saying these jokes are acceptable? Deep down, probably not. But I'm allowed to do them because I'm a professional. But anyway, it's a good episode. There's heaps of laws in it. Don't let this fucking meandering suggest that we're not. Chock-a-block, heck of jokes. Enjoy the episode, and if you're not on Patreon, be one. You've got heaps of money. Wait, what recession? What are you talking about? You're mad. You've got heaps of money. Don't look at your bank. Subscribe. Don't look at your bank. Subscribe.
Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
And that's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Sorry.
That's just clap us into the podcast. Not for the audio, just so Daniel feels like he's doing well. You've never heard the hackest fucking joke of the last, I'm going to say 10 Super Bowls on Twitter, because it used to be hashtag down, and people being like, what's this superb owl that everyone's talking about?
I have never heard that.
Man, that's like not hearing about May the 4th be with you. And you'd be like, what the fuck? Oh my God, did George Lucas do that intentionally?
How have I not? I spend all day on the NFL.
On Twitter talking about the NFL. Like, there's no way you weren't watching the NFL. Man, 10 years ago was the first time I heard that fucking joke. And it was one of those jokes that became hack within like 90 seconds.
Okay, right.
Like, it was just,
it does sound
everyone made the same joke at the same fucking time, and then it was done.
There was a couple of big ones of that. Oh, fuck. May the 4th be with you is one. There's one that's in the fucking tip of my thing. I'll come back to it. You didn't watch it because you were sick, weren't you?
I was recovering.
Like, I know we're great. We'll have to jump back maybe and forward here, but I got to get this out of my system because we've done a lot of podcasts. I was like, God, I don't know what we can talk about today. And then you dropped quite the bombshell on us.
No, look. Wait, let's start from the beginning. We live together. I, since November, have been exercising more, and then in like December I was exercising more, and then in January we did air quotes sober Januaries together. You did sober January, and I went. I
mostly sober January.
Yeah, I did. I did. I was there in spirit. It was a tribute. Tribute to Sober January. Was it as good as the real Beatles? No. But did I sing most of their number one slightly in key? Yes. It was
the Scarabs.
That's such a weird one to go for. The cockroaches, the ladybirds.
My next thing
Scarabs.
The next thing in my head from Beatles was Scarab.
Big fan of Egyptian folklore. I know Scarabs are real. Please don't come at me. So, even though my diet for the past, we live together, we cook meals for each other as a trio, but we've not been doing it for the past 4 weeks because I've just been eating the same thing for every single fucking meal.
It's a nice meal. Yeah. I will say it, but it is. I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm along your thing of like I can probably eat the same thing.
Here's a question for you: if there was a pill that I could give you that
I'd eat it.
literally replace meal. Shortest version of the Matrix ever. The red pill or the blue. He's like, oh,
I don't know what happens now.
yeah, Jesus. You got any more of those pills? I'll take anything. Are they suicide? Are they Eckies? I am bored with life. If there was a pill that replaced meals, would you? How often would you actually eat solid food?
Okay. Okay. I would eat a fair amount of pills, I reckon, there. I would definitely eat meals out of enjoyment, like,
Of
obviously.
course, yeah.
But in fairness, when I think about it, sure, how lazy I walk around, like oh, fuck it. Yeah, that would deal a lot of shit. I would probably
Am I
do
going to go to the shops, buy some fucking chicken, buy some noodles, come back, cut that all up, fry it all up, and in 45 minutes I'll have a delicious meal. Or, nom nom nom, who gives a fucking shit? Now, this conversation right now, there are people listening to this. Jean is an example. That's the most alien thing they've heard in the entire world. Like, Jean goes to the gym so that she could just eat whatever the fuck she wants. She loves food. She loves all food. She'll try everything. She likes healthy food.
Yeah.
She likes fatty food. She likes sweet food. She's like, give me all the food. Life is about enjoyment. And I think if I could, Jean's life is better. Jean opens up a menu, and that menu is all the possible things that she could eat.
Yeah.
Me and Cara open a menu, and we're like, all right, time to. Where's Wally?
Yeah.
Where's the one meal on this that I'm gonna fucking enjoy? I know there's people out like that. Eating the same 3 meals for me, I can do that quite easily. I've never understood people that are like, you're like, should we get some pizza? And they're like, I had pizza for lunch, and you're like, what the?
I mean,
okay.
I've definitely said that before, but I don't have any reason for it. I feel like it was a bit tuned into me, like, oh, I had pasta yesterday, better switch it up.
Aye.
Just eat the pasta.
Just, yeah. And also, you can't say, I can't, this ancient fucking piece of shit. People that don't swim after they've eaten. Grow up.
Oh, yeah, no,
I can't
fuck
prove that that's an urban myth.
I eat before going on the pills, son. I'm like, God, I don't want to be on that thing. Hungry. And I'm like, this is all wrong.
Just using like an iPhone holder as a Big Mac. So my 3 meals for the past 5 weeks now have consisted of, for breakfast, this is very boring for some people.
I don't really know your breakfast one too well, because I'm never there.
It's a smoothie. Which is 100 grams of egg yolks.
Oh, no, I've seen them in the fridge already.
Yeah, 50 grams of oats, macadamia oil, blueberries, protein powder. Fuck, I'm missing something key here. Water, obviously. Oh, and 200 grams of protein yogurt.
Oh,
Have that all blended up along with it's just some fucking ground up fucking vegetables that I have in water.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, it goes, it's thick. And
no, that's not.
And put an egg yolk in there makes there's a consistency. Oh, it gloops. It's a gloopy.
Gloop de jour.
Gloopy, but there's. I enjoyed it. I enjoy gloop de jour. But it's also gloopiness mixed with like the oats and stuff. And I get so fucking angry. You blend this motherfucker. I can be blending for 3 minutes. There's still going to be a lump in there. There's just going to be a lone fucking lump, and you're like, that's the grossest thing in the entire world.
When you hear it coming out,
it just fucking hitting your tonsils. Oh god, it's a thick.
If it hits your tonsils too, it means you had your mouth.
This is literally protein shake I'm having right here because I've just come from the gym.
And this is a cup of tea.
Aye,
so the coaster attached.
That's just the way the mug's designed. And I'm doing this for, like, people have asked me why I'm doing this, and at this point I can only say because I've come 70% of the way that stopping at this point would be like stopping at the it would be the stopping at the 20th mile in the marathon. Just go, right?
Right, okay.
I'm happy with the level of fucking fitness I'm happy with my fucking body. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to be shredded. It's been ages since I've been shredded, and it's fucking class when you're shredded. But it's absolutely not worth what it takes to get there. My energy is so low. Any healthy person you've seen on front of these fucking magazines with their ripped abs and stuff, they're knackered. They're exhausted. They haven't had carbs. They haven't had carbs in like to get their abs and their body to that level of muscle tone. They have not had carbs in like 3 fucking weeks. They've not had salt in like 6 fucking days. They've barely had any water. They look hench as fuck. They couldn't bench shit. because they're just exhausted. Like, you get into this sort of shape and it's purely fucking aesthetics. But I'm a shallow man
You'll get it done.
is recovering still from the lockdown slump, and I need something to give me a little bit of confidence, and that is I'm just gonna go back to a good body. I'm miserable. I miss, the food's good. Oh yeah, so that's my breakfast. Then for lunch is just chicken and rice, and then for dinner it was steak and sweet potatoes.
Oh, you have to change that up.
It's
Still steak.
I've got still steak.
Yeah, it's the one you saw that you were having the fucking
the fake carby rice.
Oh,
the carb-free rice.
I tried some of
the green beans.
Oh no, did I?
And
You give me a
sweet
bit,
potato
yeah,
rice.
that was terrible.
Yeah, but I got to get rid of that too, because that's too. It's. Did anyone listen to this? Please do not. We get accused rightfully of being a lifestyle podcast now because me and Guy are just kind of saying I'm going through a health kick, he's reading a bunch of self-help books, and we're just, you know what, we're both in good places in our life, so it's one of those times when it's not us being dark and miserable and whatever, so people have picked up on it.
Yeah.
Please don't live this life, don't do what I'm doing. So the point of all this, I couldn't do the reason this podcast is late, sorry to our fucking Patreons, is because at 5:30 yesterday morning, I woke up just with the feeling of, I'm going to vomit, right? Just my body was just like, hey man, I don't want you to do this while you're on your back. I don't want you to do this while you're asleep. Just to let you know, 15-minute warning, you're about to spew. So I'm like, okay. So I go through a spare room and I get the duvet and I go through and I just lie on the ground in our bathroom. Because when you're sick, I don't know if this, everyone does this, but bathroom floors are always cold. Yeah. And and then when you're sick and you're about to spew, you just need the cool floor to just give you some respite. And I'm there, and then I start fucking hurling like nothing else, man. Like I'm like, oh, it's a stomach bug. Like I get rid of all my sick. Kara's there rubbing my back. Like I am. Like it's a Mexican wave of my body from my fucking toes to my head of like.
You put your hips into the puke.
Oh man, took a fucking run up, like fucking like a Balotelli penalty run up. Kara's there witnessing it all. It gets to the point where there's nothing in my body, and this is I'm like, it's a stomach bug, because when you're doing that retching, where there's nothing inside of you.
Yeah.
I'm just doing that. I'm like, oh god.
Add a bit of water and
pass out for like 2 hours. Wake up again. Have another wee retch for a bit. Get some water down. About an hour after that water goes back up. Managed to get some fucking diarrhea, the electrolytes down me. Then didn't spew for the rest of the fucking day. And I'm like, that's food poisoning. We wasn't shitting myself.
The diarrhea, you asked for it, and I checked it. But I nearly give you an out of date one. That would have been so funny.
Oh,
absolutely fucked you.
Can I get some diarrhea? Yeah. Bleach is the same. It's about cleaning out your insides, I believe.
It's a blue box.
Why do I have an erection? Are you still throwing up? Yeah, but onto my cock, onto my erect penis.
And it's flinging it back up.
How many men out there do you reckon have put a Malteser on the end of their erect penis and tried flicking it into their mouth? Because it's not zero.
It definitely isn't zero. I don't think anything's zero involved in the cock. Nothing's zero. Nothing's not been tapped into. But
I reckon there's a bunch of things that haven't been done to the vagina, but there's nothing that hasn't been done with a dick.
I reckon it'd probably be easier with a vagina, wouldn't it? Well, it'd be facing the wrong way. You'd have a very long neck.
Yeah.
Because they got the ping
giraffes
pong
are the only species that can be their own gynecologists.
Oh God.
How's it looking back there? Not good. Not good at all.
It's unfortunate they don't have arms when I think about it.
They have arms.
They don't have fucking arms. They have 4 legs. No. Yeah, but if they had arms, it'd be, they could get a lot done.
So, I was like...
vomiting out your arse.
I was just vomiting heaps and then recovered, and I was like, that's 100% food poisoning. Cara kept making the suggestion that maybe what it was the fact that
I need people to pay close attention to this.
That I've eaten the same meal essentially for 5 weeks. I've not had any fucking sugar really in my body. And at my son's first birthday party, I ate 3 slices of cake, 2 slices of Malteser slice. I think a couple of little, just because I asked my personal trainer, I was like, it was my son's birthday. Can I have a slice of cake? And he was like, yeah, you can have a slice of cake.
Oh, that's so sad. You messaged him. Can I have a slice of cake? You asked your
No,
person.
I asked him in person because he would say no over text.
Can I have a slice of cake? It's my son's birthday. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Aye.
Fuck that.
And here's the thing. He was like, you could absolutely have a slice of your son's birthday cake as long as you fast for 36 hours.
That's such...
But I've been fasting for 16 hours every day for the past week anyway.
Dan, you look like shit for all this.
It's about getting your body to a point where when you get down to it, this is very boring, when you get down to a certain percent body fat, you have to trick your body into thinking that it's starving, so that it's taking all the energy out of that as opposed to what's going into... Or some other science that I have listened to from my PT.
It's similar to the science in Alone. And we always used to talk about, remember when they were like, well, let's burn out the fat then. The fat's going.
The fat's the most important thing. Like, that's why fish are not that great, but obviously fucking elk are. And what was the thing the big cunt killed?
Muskox.
Muskox, that was it. Fucking goat. Anyway, I took him saying yes to one slice of cake to be like, you can lose your fucking... you can lose... Because I'll be honest, hey,
you have your scuba gear?
Man, despite this massive fucking health kick food-wise, anyone that's been listening knows I have not been laying off the weight. In fact, because of my constant struggle with my addiction, the reason I'm being... Like, when I'm fasting, I like being baked because I get the munchies, right? And I'm able to not eat. And that's a level of control over food.
Yeah, that's good.
That I don't have over marijuana. So in my head, I'm like, that's a victory. That makes me strong in a way. So it's just
that is a bizarre...
It's a way to justify...
It's good, though.
Yeah, it's kind of good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
kind of good.
You are manipulating yourself.
100%.
Yes.
It's the addict in my head winning the battle. But you know what? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you're doing coke to lose weight.
yeah, essentially. So I was like, man, I can fucking fast for 36 hours. And what better way to fast for 36 hours than to vomit during it, because as a 32-year-old man, you had too much too much treats at your son's first birthday party. I had a cake, Whitey. I whiteyed on
fucking cake. You had fucking Malteser slices. You came down at 5 p.m. in only your dressing gown, like, raw. And I was like, Jesus Christ, he was on a bad one, wasn't he? God, sorry how you had a bad fucking bug there.
It must have been those Marks and Spencer's chicken wings, I tell you. That establishment isn't what it used to be. I know they were in date and freshly opened, but Marks and Spencer's, I'll never return there.
Carol's looking around at everyone else. You guys all feel absolutely fine with all the same food, yeah?
And here's the thing, right? Because in the morning when I'm spewing, I am giving it all that. I'm because I'm the one with the best immune system in the house.
Yeah,
I'm not stretching that.
Yeah.
When Cara and Kaelin get taken down by the same fucking bug, I'm the one walking around. Like, being like, yeah, I've got sniffles, but, you know, I'm fine. Cara's in bed. It's fine. It's what it is. You get fucking taken down. I am my immune system's class. So that I'm like, if this stomach bug's doing this to me...
Can you imagine?
That's why I'm like, it must be the chicken. It must be the chicken, because nobody else is eating boiling cold chicken that I'm eating.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's got to be that.
It was the bald bakers.
I have made myself so fucking boring that a tiny, well, to be fair, several massive bits of joy that I allowed into my life made me fucking overdose. Vegas is going to kill me. I won't even have to touch cocaine.
Yeah. Just the little mints at the reception of the hotel.
He said he wasn't going to do cocaine, but he clearly did some cocaine and there was some fentanyl in it. He had waffles on day one. And he came in his own pants and then spewed to death. And the doctor said too many fluids came out of too many holes because he was also crying with happiness. So sorry. Tell you what, we'll tell the papers it was coke, because what a lame story that is.
I'll have to ring your ma. What happened? I was like, fuck it. He got in at the minibar cola. Put him in a recovery position. Can't elevate his system in 12 hours. Fucking Jesus
We
Christ.
caught him masturbating with a nerd rope around his neck. It wasn't strangling him, he was just chewing through blood. So come on.
Oh, that's so grim. So you're like a child.
Yeah.
Like
at
I don't
a
even when
child's birth-
even when I was a child, I never did that.
My son has never had a fucking bit of cake in his life. He's 1 years old, but we're like, it's his birthday. We got him this fucking cake. Absolute man. And the size we gave him was, if there were, people should have taken our son away from us.
Imagine.
Like, man, it was not cool.
You overcaked him.
Oh, we overcaked that baby. It was that was a grown man slice that we gave to that baby, unacceptable amount, and we all just sat there being like, "There's no way he's gonna eat all." Like, we've given him a comically large slice because there's no way he. I had no idea that Cara had cheated on me with the fat kid from Matilda, because clearly that's the DNA that Galen has in him.
Do you remember the time he got in at the little pot of chocolate?
Man.
That was amazing.
Well, one of the times when Cara's away and you and I co-parent for a bit, and what we've learned is, like, me and you do not equal one Cara. No. We get like to 90% of the way there.
He's like, you both need to be there to be like half of what I do.
Yeah. She's just on the ball all the time. Very good. And man, I'm trying. Man, I'm giving 100% all the time. Please don't think I'm half-arsed in this. It's just she set such a high standard, and I'm a big useless cunt. There's just one point. I think we're playing FIFA, right? And all the things that you can fall down are closed.
Yeah.
And this was back when we used to enclose him in a thing. And we've got an eye on him. He's always in vision, right? There's things he can fall off, but you can only fall off things onto soft things. And I think falling off things builds his character. And Cara's not there to yell at us. So we're both fine about him fucking dondering around and being happy. And then I just hear you say, is he meant to be eating chocolate? And I'm like,
because you walked into the kitchen. What happened was you were like, just watch him for a second.
oh yeah, because I'd gone
You
upstairs.
just walked upstairs, but you were only grabbing something like basically from the steps. So I would say the window here was about 10 seconds, 12 seconds, where I was like watching him. He was just sitting there, nothing around him, just sitting on the floor.
Just a happy baby.
And then I kind of like looked, and then I stared at him for 4 more of those seconds. So there was a 6-second window. He absolutely went fucking buck wild. And then like I was sitting there going like, yeah, is he meant to?
Did he
meant to be?
We getting chocolate? I'm like, well, we don't give him chocolate because he's a baby. Absolutely not. I think Cara had some sort of like fucking.
It was like in a jar.
Yeah, chocolate in a jar sort of thing. Left
Cake
it
in a
down.
jar.
It had rolled under a fucking table. And he got his full fucking hand in there, like fucking Winnie the Pooh with honey. Just,
It was comical. He had it all over his face like a Disney film. I was like, is he supposed to? How did that?
So Cara sitting there watching him eating birthday cake for the first time, being like, God, he loves cake. And me and you were like, yeah, it's the first time he's ever had it.
He's got the taste for cake now.
So he had that full bit of cake, did not spew, whereas I was absolutely taken out of the game for...
I reckon you'd spew though if you had baby food, so it's okay, it's even. Not his baby food. His baby food's all fucking class.
Oh God, he's such a healthy baby. Like there's a very,
Genuinely, his baby food's good. I haven't had it, but like it looks good.
but
It looks better than the food that I buy
a
myself.
thing called Mama Made is essentially like what's that? Hello Fresh, but for babies.
Fresh for babies.
Hello Fresh for babies. It's just like really healthy shit that you would never ever cook for a fucking baby yourself because where the fuck do you get amaranth from and what even is it?
Oh, it's plum couscous tonight for. I'm like, where the fuck?
Nonsense things. Oh, spinach and kale pesto pasta. What the fuck do you think me and Kat do?
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. It's
Good.
just freezer stuff. The kid eats fucking healthy, but Jesus, like
Yeah, he horsed through the cake.
oh God, he horsed through to the point where we're like, he's never gonna eat spinach again.
Yeah,
Like that, you just don't. You can't go back.
No,
No.
I never did that.
Speaking of Vegas, because I want to put you in such an because
You think I'm the one that'll crack?
I don't think you'll crack.
I am. I'm
just-
very bad at it.
I think you will. Look,
I can only. I'm looking at this, and all I can see here is Kai looking at me. Not anyone else.
Kai has slipped up so many times. Kai is, and I had to say to him the other day, I'm like, you have to understand when you're trying to organise a fucking secret, whether it's a surprise birthday party or a fucking stag or a hen do or whatever, it's got to be like, you've got to have the same level of expectations as shipping cargo across seas, right?
Okay.
People always, pirates and everyone, and back in the old days, whenever you're shipping something across sea, just because it goes through so many hands, because so many things happen, if you lose 25% of the cargo by the time it gets, that's a fair amount. You're always going to lose 25% of cargo.
Yeah.
People are going to nick boxes on when they put it onto the boat. People are going to nick some bits when they're on the boat. Just take some, not huge bits, unnoticeable amounts, but they all adds up. People bribe certain guards or whatever to get through faster. You lose roughly 25 to 30% of your fucking cargo. you're going to lose 25-30% of the secrets on a secret fucking thing. It's going to be let slip. Gareth let slip about some of the people going. Kai let slip how many guests are going. Kai also definitely let slip something the other day, and I saw him look at me to see if and when so-and-so's there, and then he just looked at me, and I went, just look away and pretend you didn't hear anything. Like,
Yeah.
So, and I'm not trying to ruin the surprises. I feel a lot more comfortable about the fucking...
Fuck, I wouldn't.
I'm expecting some tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery.
Some antics and whatnot. But, I'm excited.
And most of it was full of dread. I was also been like, this is going to be hell.
Just curdled at the top.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got a layer, like a thick Guinnessy layer.
You glooped it. What's the gloop of the day today?
Oh.
The gloop of the day today. Fuck me.
Gloop du jour was better. You just translated it and made it worse the second time. You're like, and now for my English fans.
Leave. No, it's going to be good fun. I can't really say much else, can I now? There's loads of funny things.
Have you been in Vegas before?
No.
Because you don't. Okay, here's a question for you. You're not a strippers person, are you?
No, I told you, but I ever tell you about the time I got kicked out of strippers?
No.
In Dublin, I went with my friend Antonio.
You thought it was an open mic night and just got up yourself.
When's it my fucking?
Are you? If you tell me
this is my dance, bitch.
These nipple tassels on for nothing, I am kicking over that buffet, and your hardest bouncer's getting his head kicked in.
Oh, I was in a place called Lapello in Dublin. My friend Antonio, right, he's from Romania, from the streets of Romania.
Oh, wow.
But I guess he doesn't have a wallet. This is the type of guy who runs around with a wad of cash with a clip in it,
Oh.
That type of dude.
Well, that's like a really rich thing, isn't it?
No, he's not rich. He's done some dodgy deals, I reckon. Right?
Okay.
So what happened was, it was his birthday, and I went out with him, and he won €800. And this is what the place is called. Don't laugh.
I'm gonna.
It's called Dr. Quirky's Fun Time Emporium. It's on O'Connell Street.
That's so much funnier.
You can Google Dr. Quirky's. Hold
on. Say it again.
I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Quirky's Fun Time Emporium.
And it's a strippers.
No.
Oh, right.
No. Sorry, it's near the strippers. It's not the strippers. Dr. Quirky's is like
Fun Time Emporium.
It's a Fun Time Emporium. What more do you want? What more information do you want?
It's an arcade. It's a trampoline center.
It's got like a casino in the back. No, an Irish casino. It's not a real one. Like a level of those like Genting or whatever, Genting casinos or whatever the fuck. You know them?
I'll need further explanation.
Just shite casino. A shite.
Right. Just like
UK,
pull down slots.
Yeah, mostly slot machines. Some little autumn, not like real blackjack tables, but like the fake ones and all that. And then there was like a couple of other parts, a little small part of an arcade, and there's shit like that.
Yeah.
But he won €800 in one of the slot machines. I remember the name of the game. It was called the Book of Raj. And I was like, you're not supposed to win 800 quid in a slot machine kind of thing, like a jackpot game. So he was like, oh, it's my birthday. And I was like, all right. He goes, we're going to the strippers. I was like, I was really against it, right? I was like, no, I don't want to go in here. And he goes, it's my fucking birthday, whatever. So I go in a huff with him.
Great, which is the right attitude to go in the strippers.
Yeah. So, well,
really makes them feel good about doing their job.
Oh, man, it spilled. It spilled. So what happened was, they see like two young people, and it must have been kind of early.
Sorry, how old are you at this point?
I must be 23. He's about the same. So he's having a great time. We walk in, and I think it's one of those situations where, because it is a popular place, but it wasn't that busy.
What was the name of the strippers, do you remember?
Lapellos.
Oh, sorry, you did say that.
Yeah, Lapellos, right? So when we got in, the guy, they kind of like came to us because we were younger, because everyone else was just old weird dudes, right? So Antonio has got in his mind 800 quid to spend here. And I'm like, you can't afford rent, so just cut that immediately in half and don't be stupid, right? Yeah. But he was like, yeah, a bottle of champagne, it's my birthday. And I was like, oh,
it's stripper champagne. They're going to be like, it's 200 a bottle. And you're like, it's not. First of all, you've spelled it with an S. So that's...
Yeah. This person, the stripper, her name was Mimi. And I did that thing where those old people that were sick, and I was like, well, what's your real name? She was like, I'm not telling you my real name, you
Yeah,
weirdo.
you creepy fuck. Yeah,
No,
here's my landline number.
Let's break down the barriers here.
Look, I'm here to break
the barriers
the
are
fourth
there.
wall.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
The barriers are here because I don't want to chat to you cunts.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And I was like, right. So I remember doing that because I remember being cringe now thinking back on it. I remember, so she goes, it's not the private dance. She's like, for the actual, just on the pole in front of everyone, she was like, you have to go up and request my song. Right? Okay. And I was like, all right, cool. And she was like, I'm pretty sure the song was Arctic Monkeys, Do You Wanna? It's Arctic Monkeys, Do You Wanna? And I was, dun, 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 dun. And I was like, yeah, no, I hate that song. And she was like, well, do you wanna that's not that.
What am I thinking of that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Continue your story.
She was like, you're gonna have to. I was like, I genuinely really hate that song. She was like, if you don't request the song, I'm not dancing. I was like, well, you're not dancing.
If the end of the story is that you go up and playing Gangnam Style, being like, fucking dance to that.
What happened was then, like, I was like, well, you're not dancing, and Antonio was giving me daggers. I could feel him just like, you don't fuck this for me. Don't you fuck this for me. You're making the strippers already angry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, right, grand job. I lighten up a bit after a couple of cheap champagne. He goes, he pays for a dance for each of us. And he goes, we go down in the same room, but you know, like there's like a divider. It's like a downstairs basically of like a fucking nightclub. There is like a divider. The way I would describe it is like, you know, like a round circular fucking leather seat that would look like, you know, you'd imagine like an Asian businessman fingering a prostitute on.
Yes, thank you
That's
for painting a very vivid picture.
yeah, you know exactly.
What race is the prostitute, just for this?
Oh, it's probably Asian as well.
Okay. Okay, so he's
No,
a whole.
you've made this racist. She goes to dance. She's got glasses. Don't laugh.
I mean, you're making... Okay, yeah.
She had glasses, right? And I tried to make... I can hear, like, Antonio's just, like, I suppose a meter away, but there's no divider. And she takes off her glasses to start the dance and flicks them. And I was like, how many pairs of glasses do you go through? And she just goes, Ryan, shut up. and Antonio beside her was just like, Ryan, shut the fuck up. And then she put her, shut up. Can you just shut up? And then I got, like, in Peep Show, there's an episode of Peep Show where he gets an angry lap dance. Then I just got like an angry lap dance.
Right.
And then, like, when we went upstairs, he was just like, yeah, get out. And I was like, well, I deserve that. So that was my...
There was a good, not a TikTok loophole that I went down, not loophole, rabbit hole I went down. But somebody that I follow on Instagram went down and they just started posting loads and loads of videos of, there was this trend on TikTok where it was just strippers counting their money at the end of the day.
Oh, right.
Oh, and man, the money some of these girls are making. Mm-hmm. Oh, bank over bank over bank. And, you know, they're all doing fucking law degrees and business degrees and, you know, that's how they're paying their fucking way through it. The reason I don't like strippers is nothing to, man, if you want to do that, fucking great.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I personally, I just get awkward. I don't enjoy it. There's nothing
I do.
in it for me. It's not me looking down on the profession. Man, fucking, I think mine's is the lowest of all professions. I don't look down on any other job, except like reviewers and poets.
Yeah. The police.
Well, no, I think I've had a lot of positive experience with Scottish police officers, but
actually, so have I. But yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you're fine. We're not getting strippers in Vegas. At least you're not. Do you have any? You ever fired a gun before? Weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. My dad has shotgun. I banged that once or twice.
What were you shooting?
Just a couple of Protestants.
Not to kill, just their kneecaps. Just
in the air. I remember. I think the recoil sent me onto the fucking arse. I was a kid.
Fucking bet it.
I went.
I bet that's why your dad gave you the gun. I bet he was bored. Living in some sort of Irish hovel, no TV, nothing to do.
He just starts shooting shit.
He was just like, here, skinny, malnourished boy, hold this 12 gauge and stand 3 feet away from that wall and fire. Oh, God, I wish I had a camcorder.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. This is going to be like the Looney Tunes. The gun's going to stay where it is and his body's going to go 90 feet that fucking way.
Oh, that's
Here's
right.
an interesting thing I learned the other day. Sorry to go off at even my own point, right? If, let's say, we find in an alternative fucking universe, right, where...
What's my name?
It's still Ryan.
All right, shit.
Still Ryan. That's not one of the things that's changed. But basically, it's genuinely... there's no curvatures to the Earth. It's flat Earth, and it's flat for fucking ages, right?
Well, what's the alternative? Sorry, no, yeah.
To be fair, I also think this is true also on our planet. It doesn't matter. But if you've got a super straight flat bit of land, right?
Okay.
Super flat.
You're in Holland.
You're in Holland. Super flat bit of land. It's just flat as fuck for ages. You're holding a gun. I'm holding a bullet. You fire your gun. I drop my bullet at the exact same time. What hits the ground first?
Oh, they hit the exact same time.
Aye.
I know this. I know it because I spent one day really high going, it's lies.
Yeah, there's no...
I go, you're chatting garbage.
There's no
Doesn't
way
matter
that's
what
true.
the-
There's no, you don't think...
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's true.
Oh, yeah, it is
Of course
true.
it's true, because that's what gravity is. That's why we're going around the sun. That's why the moon's going around us. It's because we are the perfect curvature for that sort of pool to just... Well, I mean, it's not a circle. It's
You
elliptical.
couldn't just like drop, like, look, just like, that's how long it would take me to kill JFK.
yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's...
Well, no, it doesn't actually, because his head would have stopped the bullet.
God, imagine, man, if JFK died by somebody dropping a bullet on his head like that, you know what? Deserved to die. Oh
my God.
And also, how did they not find the killer?
Old woman above.
Well, look, we know where he dropped the bullet from. Yeah, like above him, 3 feet away. How did you not catch him?
Man had a very soft head. I always said it.
He never grew out of that baby bit. His head. For some reason, JFK never had kneecaps, and the soft bit of his head never came in. Just his body didn't really grow up. Fully grown man. All the baby things, somebody dropped a bullet into his brain, and he went...
I have a theory that...
And they've no idea who did it.
I have a theory that it was a bird.
Bird dropped a bullet.
No, a bird just flew into his head.
Oh, wait, I saw a bird flying downwards.
Wee tiny bird, right? And it killed
No,
it.
but
They can't back out. They can't go like, oh, it was a bird that killed their president. Proper embarrassing. Like, nobody took America.
It would be.
So,
Would be.
and that's why they shot your man.
Yeah.
He died over a wee hummingbird.
Wonder how many times that is. Would you do that for me if I died in an embarrassing way? Would you make it look cooler?
Oh God, yeah. Put an orange in your mouth. Imagine that. They're like, this guy's been shot, but he's got an orange in his mouth and his trousers is done. I don't know if I can fucked it up. I don't know why that's cooler for me.
He's got cuck written in lipstick on his forehead. And I cannot work out this crime.
He didn't die of scurvy.
Yeah. There's a suicide note, but he seems to have shot himself like through the back of the head. I can't explain.
It's a sniper rifle. None of this. None of this.
No, let's say I've gone for a bath.
Or you dive eating too much cake.
Okay, yeah, right. Let's say Kat taking Caelan's holiday for the weekend, right? I'm like, Cullen, while the cat's away, the mice will play. Even though it's not Cara that's made me do any of this. And I go nuts. I get like a doner kebab, fucking calzone. I get
Cullen the caterpillar. Taken out by Cullen.
Yeah, just full that. Don't even cut it up into little bits. Just the alcohol. All that. Just overdose. What do you do to my body so that when Cara comes home, I don't look like...
Oh, God.
What do you do to make it look better?
I'd feel like I'd have to do... I'd have to, like, drag you up and leave you on, like, the wee step. And, like... And this is going to be bad. But, you know, I'd have to hold your head and just fucking break your neck into this. I went down the steps.
Oh, it's okay. So
you fell and snapped your neck.
Aye, at the bottom of the stairs.
I wouldn't be like, there's a massive shoe mark on his forehead. Just dirt. I try to reset it. I thought if I could re-break it, he's all right.
I thought he dislocated his neck. And what I tried to do was I tried to yank it back in with a pair of Nikes on. Yeah, God, I fucking hate those shoes.
I just put you in an Arsenal jersey.
Feel like it's like putting holy water on his head. He just burned up and died.
But if I try, I'd fuck it so bad. Like, because I'd feel like I'd have to pump your stomach.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Can you pump a dead man's stomach?
Yeah, you can.
Can you? Does it come with like siphon petrol?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to blow up my arms for it to come out of my mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
It's going, yeah. You basically got to work out where it is in my body. If I've eaten it within the last 4 hours, you have to blow my arms, and then it'll come out of my mouth. But if I ate it over 4 hours ago, you can blow my mouth, and then you got to blow for ages. It's like trying to blow up, the long balloons. It's like trying to blow up one of them. When you're doing, you're like. And it's your cheeks hurt. Oh, it's so painful. Like a vein comes out, and like 4 days later, it's still there, and you're like, "Oh God, is that just? Did I make myself Harry Potter? Like, or is this an aneurysm?"
It's like a full body workout.
Aye.
You become one resistant band.
Right. Okay, so
I don't know what I would do. I feel like I'd have to pump your stomach.
Yeah.
Need to trace that.
I think if my
Clean the chocolate off your lips.
I think if I'm at the bottom of the stairs with a broken neck with a shoe print in it, they're not going to be looking for anything in my stomach.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, I think he was poisoned. I just foul play.
They're looking at a big massive Nike sign on the side of your head, or like Adidas.
Yeah,
and they're looking at my shoes like
just the tick across my face like some sort of fucking war scar. But like, I think he was poisoned.
Yeah.
Was this guy diabetic? Okay, so I don't know if we're firing guns in America, because me and Kai have fired guns in America because I think you're allowed to, because guns are.
Was it a BLM march?
Yeah. I just had to sob in court. I just had to fake cry in court, and then I got away with it.
So that was a performance.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
He's tweeting again with Trump. Him and Trump were putting up selfies together yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad I came off the internet.
You're miss.
Man. Like back in fucking I remember
you did it at a good time.
When 2020, I was so fucking obsessed on Twitter of just like anything
Everything.
Trump was doing, building up to fucking election. Like it really, like it just being in the fucking midst of the fucking pandemic, my mental health was at a low, and just all of that was making it seems worse. And I remember the time when I'm like 8 hours a day on Twitter, and I'm like, you're a madman. You're just winding yourself up. You're just winding yourself up. And I was like, right, once this election's over, you're deleting the app, and you're never going on it again. And you're not going on Facebook. You're not doing anything. You're allowed to Instagram, because there's nothing political on Instagram. It's just chef things and tits and my mate.
Yeah, the odd screamer.
Yeah.
Football.
Oh, okay.
Football.
I'm like, what is on your algorithm? Jesus Christ.
Oh, they got me good.
What else is there to do? Oh, gambling. That's because you bet on stupid things. You're one of those.
Oh yeah.
You're one of those gamblers being like, I bet fucking Ederson comes out with his fucking hair quiff to the left.
I won 2 bets before in the Super Bowl, which was Giselle Bunkin, Tom Brady's.
I'm sorry.
Bunkin.
Giselle is Giselle's a man's name.
No.
Oh.
The supermodel, like the most famous supermodel in the world. Tom Brady's wife. She's probably retired now. She must be about 40. And that's far too old to know.
Hey, wow!
I don't make
listen to this.
I don't make the fucking rules.
Full feminist over here.
I don't make the rules.
Fucking Jesus! The state of you. I'm sorry, ladies. You can model at whatever age you want, just not whatever sort. No.
Right. So Giselle, I won it once, two Super Bowls in a row.
Oh, she can still model.
Yeah. She's like number 1 for about 10 years, 20 years. Right. So that's Tom Brady's ex-wife. So when he was doing things, I kept putting bets on Giselle to be shown over 1.5 times on the national broadcast, because they zoom into her in the crowd. I won it every year. It's like our Formula 1 bet.
And this is again. Yeah, please tell people your Formula 1 bet.
I don't want it.
And again, no, because given what you've done to this podcast over the past couple of episodes,
I just right, and this is going to sound bad,
because it is.
It is bad. It is. But the worst thing is that it comes true. I win a lot of money from it. You do know.
Yeah, it's awful.
I bet on the Formula 1 the Formula One. These are the best drivers in the world. so let's put this out there. I bet that the Asian drivers crash out. And you look at me in disgust every time it comes through. Every time it comes through, you're like, oh. I have a theory though about this now.
Oh, fucking bet you
and
do.
it's not it's not the one that you think.
I bet I'm like,
why did
okay, so I don't know if you can tell a lot about eyes or how vision works. You fucking, what's the name of that fucking racist evolution theory that they used to have?
Like the quick twitch muscle.
It was just where people thought they could prove, it was all in America where they thought they could prove that African black people were like genetically inferior to white people just because of their skull shape and everything. There was an entire air quote science on it. Can you find out what it was called?
Oh, I remember that. No, mine's is that the Asian drivers are better. They're cooler. I used to love Takuma Sato. He was my favorite driver.
Listen to the fuck. He's about to spin this better than they spin out.
I'll tell you why Takuma Sato was my favorite driver. Because Takuma Sato would start at the back.
The word kamikaze.
I didn't.
I swear.
I never said that.
You were gonna.
I'll say he goes absolute Pearl Harbor on things.
No, you couldn't help yourself.
He would start at the back. Like saying he didn't care about qualifications and that bullshit, like all of us. You're like, I do.
Yeah.
He would overtake, like he's the guy that would always have. I've overtaken 12 people, but at the end it would catch up. He'd hit a wall at like 200 miles an hour, and I'm like, legend. Yeah, that's why I like Takuma Sato, and I believe that Sonoda's after that. Don't make yourself mantle.
Dizzy.
I don't know what to. But my actual approach, I hate every single English driver.
You hate every single English person?
Yeah.
But you are a real, you're a real old bigot.
That's the real one.
It's mad how left wing you are, considering how absolutely minded and bigoted you are to a whole nation of people.
I reckon.
You're like J.K. Rowling is a piece of fucking shit. And if any English motherfucker, I don't care what they do, the Queen was a fucking cunt.
What they fucking say.
Aye.
Yeah. Then
a lot. I mean, they do have a lot. They are a lot of bastards.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm not.
Not that there's not sound ones.
No, I feel like I'm right.
I don't think they'll mind me saying this, and I'll keep this PG-13. But there's hecka bastards in England. That doesn't mean there's not any in Scotland. But Moan, be honest with yourself.
If you want to get.
Okay, so on your gambling thing, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you do roulette? Do you know?
No, because like I know how to play Texas Hold'em, and I have played all these things before, but I don't. It's an easy one to lose a load of money on. I bet a lot, but I bet tiny things, and then I also bet it for the fun of it, like 250s on yellow cards, and you want to, like, you could easily go, oh, here's an actual bet, but you need 50 quid and make money, but that's completely, because if I lose that, I'm like, I can't afford to lose that. Man, that's where the joy goes out.
That's how you get free drinks in Vegas, is you just sit down at like one of the little roulette tables, the electronic ones, and you stick like $10 in, right, and you can bet minimum a quarter, so you just put like 50 cents on like 4, so say it all together, and then they want to keep you at the table.
Yeah.
So they just give you, what do you want? You're like, gin and tonic. And then they come back, they give you gin and tonic, it's free. And you tip them. Because if you tip them, they'll come back and they'll just make them stronger. And then you end up betting like...
It'll just make them, like the waiter and waitress stronger.
Yeah.
Just makes them stronger? I was like, what?
They eat the money. And it just makes them bigger and stronger. Yeah. They're like Sonic the Hedgehog. They collect the rings. Yeah, it's unbelievable. No, it makes, because man, they're working for tips. So if you tip them big, they're gonna be like, well, I'm gonna go back there and just get you fucking drunk so that you tip more, because no standard's been set, and you can spend like 20 quid over the course of an hour, but get 19 double gin and tonics, and American double gin and tonics. No, this fucking pussy British measurements where it's like, I've just got to do a little science experiment to get you
That's
drunk, sir, from here to here. Calculations must be correct. Americans are like, how rough was your day?
Aye.
Fucking what? Tell me about
You know
it,
it's about
buddy.
when they wiggle.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You get that in Portugal and shit sometimes, Italy.
yeah. I can't believe how looked down on Americans are at drinking by the end of the world. Like, I think everyone thinks Americans don't have it. Like, nobody thinks they're the best drinkers. Nobody thinks they drink a lot. Like, I think if you think about nations that are alcoholics, you go, it's always Scots, Irish, Russia, Australians, this the fucking. I guess people don't know the Scandics, but the Scandics out there. But like people know fucking Finland. England's got a drinking culture. But when Americans are like, because they start drinking at like 21, we're like fucking, and we all start at 13. Like I think we ignore the fact that they've got the least restrictions on alcohol, and the only places I've ever been blackout drunk is in America.
Yeah,
because they can just, man. I know people in the States who can put away horrific amounts of booze. And then drive because they're just like, it's LA, nothing matters. But I'm white.
It's a big block.
But I'm white. What are you, huh?
It's a big block. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the roads are 19 fucking feet wide. You can. Speaking of, you got your driving set test when?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow morning.
What time?
9 a.m.
I'm gonna follow you. I'm going to follow you around in the Tesla and just, like, cut you off. I'm going to fucking...
I swear, I know him. I know that guy.
I'm going to fucking break it. I'm just... Yeah. Because don't get me wrong, they'll know what's going on, but you'll still fail. You'll get angry. You'll get one.
Like, this is the real test.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not fair.
Yeah.
This is not fair.
I'll put it out on Instagram as well. I'll just take a wee fucking video of your vehicle. Just be like, hey, if you see this in the roads, fuck him up. Slam on your brakes.
Well, Cara told me they're just like, they're going to make you probably like read a license, like a registration. I was like, I can't do that. He's like, we have glasses. I haven't been driving my glasses. I can't turn up tomorrow with my driving, like with glasses, and I'm like, guys, you were blind that all those. What the fuck? I'm like, I'm put up like this. Somebody's going to shout at me tomorrow.
It'd be like halfway through being fuck buddies with someone. You start wearing a condom, and they're like, "Hey, what did you say? What's this about me?"
It's called protection, weirdo.
Okay, but we weren't.
He seems confident. Must go what he says. I think he's lost confidence in me now.
Oh yeah, why have you fucked up?
Yeah. He was doing that. Like today's big one, right? Was going all so well. And you get like a zebra crossing, you know them? I do that. A guy walked past, and then I went on to the zebra crossing while he hadn't fully cleared it. And everybody went, whoa! And I was like, I can get it, but like, after tomorrow, I'm going clean through that.
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? But so many rules stop existing. The second you pass that test, you're like, I'm not checking my rear view mirror every 5 seconds. Are you insane? If there's no cars behind me and there's no one in front of me and it's 3 a.m, I'm not fucking indicating. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
There's so much. It's so much.
There's so much effort.
I'm almost home. I'm driving with one eye open.
Oh God! Another letter through the door there, Daniel.
How confident are you?
I'm more confident he is, but the reason why it is
not a good sign.
I'm so much more. I feel like he lost.
Man, imagine going into surgery and the doctor's like, "Let me remind you that there is a 50% chance that you are not going to wake up from the anesthesia," and you're like, "See you in 35 minutes." Again, this surgery is very complex. It will take minimum 6 hours. I will have to rotate shifts with another doctor because my hands will get tired. And again, any wrong movement from any one of us, and you will die. 50% chance. Okay, I'll see you in an hour.
I do well under pressure. You will be
I'll
under.
not let you down, boss. There's nothing Nothing to do with you.
Understand what's happening
No.
here. Yeah. No, I reckon every time I don't do many minors.
Oh.
Thank you. That's enough for me. I don't do any minor like mistakes. Anytime I do make a mistake, it's an instant fail one. That's the problem. So like he's like he gets frustrated, like yeah, you're all test ready, but test ready. Oh, but he's like you've been test ready, but every week we've done a lesson, you've had one massive error that would like fail, and I'm like, so it's a gamble. I reckon I'll probably smooth it out while I'm on the nerves, and I'll usually do a bit better. He's like, you made nervous? And I go, I don't think I'm not nervous at all. It's not nerves. I think it's like, yeah, let's fucking give me an edible. Just wondering that ramp over that elephant or that. What are you talking about? It's a roundabout. Yeah. Her bailing out the door. So I presume it's an old woman. I have an old woman in my head.
No, I think if you were stoned, you would be. I think you would. More
concentrated.
I think you'd be more paranoid. I think
there's probably people listening to this like I've lost people to stoned drivers.
Yeah, no. That's not. I'm not reducing it. I'm just saying. But like when you're like, if you drunk drive, surely the thing is, man, you're not in control.
Yeah.
You're fucking slower.
But if you're like that,
it's your all. Yeah, but if you're just fucking paranoid, I'm not saying it makes you a better driver, but I'm like, I'd trust you more than the drunk cunt. Not that there's
obviously, yeah, 100%.
Those are the only two options.
Yeah, absolutely. No, God, no. I'd take a half a beer. I reckon I would be shite driving even with the units they say that it's allowed.
Aye.
WKD. I don't think that.
I think I could. No, I'm not even making jokes about it. It's just not. It's just not.
Do you know, I reckon I can't drive, as you know, doing the thing, but I reckon I'd be an unbelievable race driver.
Man, there's no way that's true.
I reckon I'd be class.
Just because you're bald doesn't make you more streamlined.
I don't need a helmet. I'm already bald. That's not what it's for. It's like smoothing out your head.
It's for your eyes. Well, I'll just close my eyes. What? What are you...
Too old now for race driving.
They are all young,
aren't they? Or is that just a new thing?
No, I think how old's fucking oh god, I'm too new to this to have
David Coulthard.
No, the fucking Spanish one, Alonso.
Alonso just retired, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was like 30. I'm gonna say 34.
Yeah, 34. Find out.
Fernando Alonso.
Aye.
Well, I'm going 34. What do I win?
38 for me.
Well, how old is he now?
Yeah.
He is 41 years old.
Oh, well, look,
what a handsome man.
The dream is not
Find
over.
out the name of the racist skull for science.
Just right, racist skull theory. It's bound to be that. Like, I do know what you're talking about. Is it like is it kind of similar to that shit in Django Unchained when he's cracking up wee skull and going through?
That's what it is. It was it was a believed science for like, I think during slavery there was certainly.
Yeah.
Phrenology?
That's it. Phrenology.
What a weird name for it. Sounds like it's actually true if they call it. You can't put an ology in it and then go, it's a fucking...
Man, part of the big fucking lie. You can make anything sound...
You can't put an ology and then go, but it's just a theory.
Yeah. That's why everyone believes in Scientology. It's theology, man.
Fucking odd, but
yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
They believe in the fucking lie of biology. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that chat. Oh, there's blood and brains and thoughts inside. What are you talking about? Oh, that. There's just a big meat puppet. Little cockroach inside.
You don't have arms, do they? Well, they have.
Yeah.
Not good ones.
What I think human beings are is, if you've seen the episode of Rick and Morty where he turns himself into a pickle and then like builds an entire suit out of cockroaches because he's able to use their brains. That's me, but in reverse.
Yeah.
It's like the movie Ratatouille, but instead of a rat in my hat, there's a cockroach in my body. And it's controlling me. That's what I think all people are.
I've got one to bring up. It probably should be the end, but like...
I mean, it is, don't worry.
But what do you reckon? You're off the internet. What do you reckon about all the aliens?
What?
You haven't heard?
No.
There's been like 4 UFOs shot down in the last 3 days. And
it's just a fucking Chinese spy balloon.
Well, all that shit's going through. The recent theory is Bono has done something because he released a thing. But, have you not seen this?
know about the Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah, that was the first one, but there's been 4 extra ones now been shot down. I'm not saying it's fucking aliens, but it's pretty cool. One of them's a big hexagon, a big flying hexagon. They don't know where the propulsions came from, so that's why they're freaking out.
But was there video of this, or is this just a...
Oh, this is on like CNN. This isn't a...
I bet is there video of it, or is it all this, Cullen?
A lot of this.
So it's all this. There's no...
In
in a time of...
There is videos, but I mean, the video's not really worth anything anymore, is it?
Well, no, that's not true. Like, if there were, like, 15 different angles, I would be like, well, I mean, that reduces the chance that it's... Doesn't mean it's definitely not a conspiracy, but if I'm seeing multiple angles from multiple phones, I'm like...
Okay, all right. I see. They shot one down now yesterday.
And where have they shot it down, and who's recovering it? Let me see that. Where's the thing?
There's 2 recovered in Canada and 2 in America.
Oh, Canada's going to be...
But Americans, I think the Americans shot them.
Area
I think the Americans shot it down over Canada though. One of them.
Oh, who gets dibs then? Oh, I bet the Americans will be like...
Ah, they're in there already.
Are they?
All right, yeah, I think.
We fucking good. This is our kill. You
There's
found...
lots of news saying that they've UFO sightings, but that's what there's one US government official said he's not ruling out aliens. He said he's not ruling anything out.
No, they're because it just falls under the barrier of UFO because of fucking whatever.
It is an unidentified.
But plus, two of the fighter jets had conflicting stories on one of them because they both went over it and they were like, well, my shit went all fucking weird. My navigation went a little bit weird, like not in some sort of like movie way, just it went a wee bit off and it was strange. The other fighter jet was like, I don't see the propulsion. I can't understand where the engine's from or how it's flying. Yeah. And then they took it down. But they had conflicting stories on both fighter jets, so they're kind of freaking out.
Okay. So wait, so 2 were shot down in Canada.
I think it's 4 have been shot down, but one was supposedly the first one was like a Chinese whatever balloon or something. They reckon.
Wonder how fucking gutting it'll be if it just like the Chinese do have just amazing.
Yeah,
amazing
but that's what
technology that we've got no idea about. We're just uh-oh.
I reckon. I mean, it could just be.
There's no way aliens are here to be sound.
We're not going to be sound now if we blew them out of the sky immediately.
Well, no, I think you've got to have a certain like level of expectation. Surely, if you're a sentient enough being to, get to whatever sort of space travel you need to go between the vast distances that there are between, because we don't even know where the next habitable planet is. So to be able to have the technology to find out other planets like that, have the technology to travel there within a lifetime of your own thing, requires some sort of fucking hyperspeed.
Yeah.
To get to that level of understanding suggests to me that you've got to a level of cooperation where, and with foresight that you're either going out there to be super friendly and be like, hey, we've started this union, here's the cure for cancer, or they're like, we've destroyed our planet and we're getting whatever on this thing, so let's just go scout it out, some of them. If it's aliens, we're going to have to buy a gas car.
Yeah.
So that we can stick the old air pipe through these.
All right.
Man, if it's
You're not doing it.
If it's aliens, I'm out of here. There's no way they're friendly. There's no way. Why do you think they would? There's no way they've been watching this whole thing that we've been doing and been like, oh, they seem cool.
So you're on the American thing, blow it clean out of the sky if you see it.
No. Well, you know what? No.
Mind
we should have been like.
It's probably going to end up being like some kid's Christmas present. Here's the thing. Fighter jet completely obliterates it.
We should have been cool. We should have just followed it for ages and wait for it to do the first attack because, maybe we want to fucking parlay or whatever. But...
Aye, well, yeah. Well, most of it's just like, can someone tell us something? Because we've all seen it. And it's all on all the news. They're just like, let's forward very quickly. Can we just... tell us what it is.
Aye. Tell us
none of this. We'll come back to you.
Aye. Have you guys not seen the movie Arrival?
You've
got to share your information with each other and us, the public. And
you've seen Independence Day. Will Smith's going to be out in his garden, completely oblivious. Do you remember that scene? It's one of the funniest scenes in movies. You haven't seen Independence Day?
Well, I think I've seen...
Piece of shit. How the fuck do you miss that? It's an odd one to miss.
It's
just an odd one to miss. It's like when people go, I haven't seen Jurassic Park. They're like, well, what were you doing? What were you up to?
What else have you? I've seen.
Did you do time when you were
I've
a
seen
kid?
you sit there for 7 hours and do fuck all. And then that time you weren't like, oh, I'll just watch one of those. Yeah, no, fair enough. You know what? I've probably seen all of it over time at different points. Like I've certainly watched the end of it and the start of it and seen clips of it and whatever. I don't think I've ever sat down to watch.
It's just that there's one scene where like the thing is the size of a city. These ones are like fucking whatever. This one says city, and like everybody's freaking out. And he walks out of his front door with a newspaper, like I'm real American, out in this white picket fence, drinking a cup of tea, going, and everybody's running around screaming. And then he looks up and goes, "Oh," and sees possibly the biggest thing on earth. And you're like, how oblivious do you have to be, you fucking dope?
Were you only fucking like
he was an army man
in one direction? Just, I've been trained to notice it. What the fuck? What?
It's a funny scene.
Right.
We have to watch it.
I mean, we will. We also need to watch the new Last of Us. Apparently, episode 5 is dead good.
Oh, I loved it.
I hope it's more. I'll take another Brokeback.
Yeah, I will. That was good.
I'll take another Brokeback Zombie episode.
Yeah, I'll take all of it.
Yeah.
Phrasing. Yeah, that was good. I like it.
I was a wreck the whole time.
You were in tears.
Yeah.
God. Oh, shit, I'm okay.
I did cry at the end.
You did, yeah. Yeah.
Then again, I cry at.
Yeah, you do. It's unbelievable. What's the worst thing you've cried at?
Oh, fucking. The first time Cullen fell asleep in my chest, I sobbed.
Fucking. What a dickhead.
I'm pretty sure.
What a dickhead. You what a piece of shit you are.
I think the first time he stood, I cried a little bit.
Oh God!
I've cried at the movie Click at least 3 times, like probably on each.
Sorry, we have this thing. I haven't watched Click because I fucking despised it since I was a kid. And what's the sad part?
Oh, the bit. Man,
you've cried at Click.
The bit where Adam Sandler is lying in the street after having fast forwarded through his entire fucking life, and his kids are there, and he's missed all of their stuff. And he's missed everything, and they're sobbing, and his son's taking after him.
So is he trying to say that scene's quite like Interstellar's where they stole it? When he's doing
I think it's more emotional than the Interstellar scene, hands down. I think Adam Sandler gives a better performance in that than Matthew McConaughey. I would.
Terminator 2, that's a common one. When I was a kid, cried at that.
Did you?
Yeah. What? When the fucking phone went down, everyone.
I tried with Batman's.
Oh, do you know what's a bad one? What? Yondu.
Oh, God,
Yondu's a bad one.
Jesus,
Yondu,
that made me weep.
That's a good. Yeah. That was yeah.
Two bits of that. No, it's the Yondu. I might not be your father, boy, but I was your daddy, or whatever the fucking line is. That bit, and then also his funeral.
Yeah, the funeral. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Top tier.
So good. I cry at Moana.
I've never seen it still.
Oh, it's so good.
Why? Yes, you got him now. He's like, what's wrong with you? I think
even when she's just like a baby at the start going into the ocean with that scene, I think that made me cry.
I got one that you cry at. About Time.
Oh God! Oh, yeah, absolutely. Fuck. Oh man, that fucking butchers me. Oh God, yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a big old kick. Yeah. Warrior.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Warrior makes me fucking sob.
Jesus Christ.
But here's the thing: Toy Story 3, nothing.
That
Toy Story 3, and man, I cry at everything. And I watched Toy Story 3 being like, well.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think it was still sad.
I've cried at episodes of Schitt's Creek.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah. Like just the one where his boyfriend sings him a very nice acoustic version of "You're Simply the Best."
Do you know what? At this rate, I think episode 6 of Last of Us is going to be about you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man.
I can't believe you kill yourself with aliens. This is zombies, aliens, any sort of slightly thing that's not supposed to be. You immediately go,
man,
I'll be dead within 30 minutes. Like, you're not even going to wait to see what happens. Maybe like they just
if
get rid
I
of it.
don't get business class, I'm killing myself inside 45. I'm a spoiled brat. I'm a straight white man. I've never struggled, and I never will, and I should be allowed to live that way forever.
These aliens are going to come down for 10 minutes.
Bye.
Right? You'll kill yourself. They'll get rid of them. We'll never see anything again. And I'm going to have to go in and, break your neck on the step.
I too, man, I don't have any transferable skills. I only have a career in the life because of the system set up by oppressors before me that I have benefited from. If the world were actually a meritocracy based on talent, skill, and what you put into it, then I'd be down to the bottom. But it's not that way.
We'd be fucked.
Oh, it'd be so fucked.
All of a sudden, we become jesters.
The second the structure falls, the second the house of cards goes down, I'm out. I am fucking out, man. Not a chance. If things are fair, I'm fucked.
I just don't understand how you don't get to the point where, like, say, like, do you not have, like, a desire, like, secretly, like, everything to go to absolutely arseways? Like, zombie apocalypse breaks out, aliens.
No.
I mean, like, everything's out the window. I don't really care then. My life, my future and all your ass thing is gone. I'm like, cool. This is like a wee free hit.
I could take an uprising.
That makes it sound like I'm going to go on and do some horrific crimes. It's a free hit. I mean, but like, you know.
No, I could take an uprising. Like if people were to choose to like overthrow the government and there was a civil war for a bit, I would see that out because
I presumed you would see that out. That's even in your head for that.
Yeah, I don't want to get bombed, and also I don't want to have to pick rubble up. It seems like my house doesn't survive. What I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the neighbour that's
You are fucking lucky you're in Scotland. And pretty much anywhere else in the world have to deal with rubble.
Yeah,
and either natural disaster or whatever ways.
Just like tell you what, I would just donate heaps of money to the cause, and then be like, look, I'm helping. I'm helping.
I'm not putting on gloves, so
I'm a spoiled brat, man. I can't live.
Okay,
and I'm going to raise my son in an entirely different way.
Okay.
That's maybe the only reason I wouldn't kill myself if aliens came down, was I'm like, I have to raise my son into a better man than
I'll do
I
your
am.
whole family if you need. That's why I'm here.
They all
That's not why you're
broke
here.
their necks falling down the stairs.
All footprints.
That's not why you're here. You know you're not like the cyanide tooth that we all have just for an emergency moment. We just say the trigger word and comes like, okay, I'll kill all of you.
That's so bad.
Aye.
That's so bad. That'll be so easily caught too. Size 9s?
He's wearing them now. I can see. Oh, yeah. Kara's hair is on the sole of his foot.
God. I'm talking about like I've watched too many BBC crime dramas at the moment. There's hair cut in bottom of the feet, and you're like, Jesus.
There's no DNA in here though.
What?
No DNA in here. It's only on the only time you can ever get DNA from there is if there's any of the scalp tissue left on the hair. Otherwise,
why have I done this? Shaved your head to commit crime. It's the only place.
Yeah. I've shaved my head and I've put super glue on my fingerprints. No one will ever catch me. I'm Ryan Cullen. No, fuck.
And I've been eating pineapple so that my cum is untrace. It just means tastes better. Are you sure about that? Because I've had a lot of pineapple.
Fuck. And I've come on a lot of banknotes. Oh no. Oh, right. I've got to go be a present father, I guess.
Well, I'll not tell you if there's any fucking alien invasions because you kill yourself immediately.
Yeah, well, don't just, and if you're aliens and this is like the one bit of art that you watch, like, we're not all like this. Some of us are better, but most of us are worse.
Some of us just...
If you want a list of places that I personally believe you could, like, overthrow or bomb or do whatever you got to do, I've got some suggestions. DM me.
Imagine that list came out.
Oh, the aliens, they're dead cool, and they just rat me out to the world. They're just like, so we asked.
It's like God against Albania. Albania ever done that?
I'm like, it's not a real country. Fuck them. Let's get rid of them. Just so many American fans being like, but you said. And I'm like, I didn't think you'd see it. And I thought they were going to. China's also there. I got rid of all the superpowers.
Okay, Daniel, you've really dug yourself into it.
Oh, no, I think I would, you give me a choice of 5. You get rid of all the superpowers.
Okay, I keep them.
What?
I keep only the superpowers and obliterate the rest.
All right, boys. And now we play land grab. Who's got what a horrible way to end a podcast. We'll see you next time, but probably not.
Especially if you're Andorran.